Being tender to people's needs meant that you had to know about them, and that meant talking something at which Amy was a true professional. Many times while driving around the mine with Amy working on projects, I found myself thinking, good grief, how long does her phone battery last? Or maybe I should just throw it out the window. She was in touch with what was going on. One time on the bus going home from work, Amy woke us up to let us know about an accident that had occurred up ahead. This gave us an opportunity to gather our wits about us after napping to provide patient care until the ambulance arrived. I think a lot of people had Amy's number on speed dial right underneath their listening for 911. Amy did her best to keep her coworkers safe as well. Whether it was traveling with IMSHA as a miner's rep or following up on safety items noted on pre-operational checklists, Amy worked hard to improve things at the mine for people. Amy created herself a position following up on the pre-op sheets and called herself, this is the official title here that she gave herself, an Equipment IMSHA Compliance Technician. I told her that she should have called herself a gripe sheet analyzer, but she just smiled and kept on making a difference her own way. Amy was also an active observer and came on board early in the Sabres process. She was very proud of the observer number which was assigned to her, which I won't comment on, but it looked exactly like 69. No HR people here, are there? Oh, yeah, I did see Lana. Is she still here? All in all, Amy did hundreds of observations in her career. For those of you that don't know, that is hundreds of one-on-one safety meetings, each with the potential to change someone's life. Amy was not afraid to laugh at herself. One time, she was involved in a conversation about the Mayan, M-A-Y-A-N, calendar and how it attempted to predict the end of the world. Amy piped in and said, now how would the mine, M-I-N-E, know anything about the end of the world? After the laughter subsided and the discussion was explained to her, Amy laughed at herself. She was such a fun person to be around that she was just contagious. Stories about or involving Amy will be as folk tales spoken by many people in the years to come. Some of those telling them will eventually be people who never even had the privilege of knowing what a wonderful person she was. So I ask this question again. How do you define a lifetime? Amy defined it as she lived it. Her legacy was putting others before herself. She was selfless. She was always looking for ways to help others who needed it. Sometimes that meant providing things that they needed, and sometimes that meant simply taking the time to listen and give a hug which said, I care. You are important to me. Amy's legacy will continue to live on forever through those whose lives she touched. Not through this stuff that peeks into parts of Amy's life, but through what this stuff represents. Taking care of the needs of others, keeping others safe, staying connected with those we care about, training others to help those around them, and telling others that they are important to us. I do not believe that Amy lost her battle with cancer. I believe that Amy won her battle with cancer and dwells in a better place. Heaven is lucky to have her. Amy, thanks for sharing your life with us. We are all better people because of having known you. You are and will always be sadly missed here on earth. Godspeed, Amy, until we see you again.